in conjunction with Tom Hickson of Smithfield. What I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to do a lovely, simple, Spanish-inspired dish of Iberico Pork Chops. We're going to do a chorizo and butter bean stew. It's very simple to prepare, something you could knock up after work and absolutely delicious. So I've got these lovely ingredients, these beautiful pork chops, as you can see, with some lovely marbling running through there. Great chorizo sausages, red onions, some tinned butter beans, which I love. You can use any beans you like. Tinned peppers as well, that are great for this dish. We've got some garlic powder, some cumin powder, we've got some fennel powder, and we've also got some lovely smoked paprika. We've got a little bit of passata and a little bit of olive oil. Right, so let's get started. So what I've done is I've just put my chorizo sausage in the oven at 160 degrees. I'm going to cook them for 10 to 15 minutes. Make sure they cook through. They're going to release a lot of fat, but we're going to use that fat to cook our beans. Now I'm going to marinate my pork. So I'm going to add a little bit of cumin powder, as I like cumin. I think it goes really well with Spanish food. A good spoonful of smoked paprika. Don't worry, all the recipes will be out online on Tom's blog. A little bit of fennel seed, I think it goes nice with pork, and a little bit of garlic. We're going to add some lemon zest to that. I've got a nice bit of picked thyme, a little splash of olive oil, and then just give them a nice rub. Just rub them pork chops in really well. Give them a nice marinade. This marinade works with all pork, to be honest. Chorizo oil's in the pan, sizzling. Then we're going to add our onions, garlic, thyme, stem of shave, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of salt. Now I'm going to add a nice slug of olive oil, just so I like it nice and oily, comb it down nicely, and then our spices. So a little bit of fennel, not too much. A little bit of cumin, and then a nice spoon of smoked paprika. Now pepper, onions and spice are cooked down with the vinegar. I'm going to add my chorizo. Make sure you don't eat it all while you're waiting, that's what I tend to do. Add my chorizo in there. I'm going to add a little bit of this. It's a veg bouillon cube. You can use chicken, I think they're really good. Put one of them in, and then I'm going to add my passata. I'm just going to cook that down nice and slow, and then we're going to add our beans. Add your beans in there nicely. You're going to add a little cup of water to that. So look at them bubbling away, they're a meal in themselves. Now for the cooking of our pork chop. Got our pan nice and hot. I'm going to add a drizzle of oil, and I'm going to add my pork chops carefully. Lay them away from you, as you can see. They're nice and marinated. Just drop them in. We've got that nice seal. Give it a nice few minutes on one side, and we're going to turn them over. Lovely. Look at them. Beautiful. I'm going to do all that oil coming out, give them a little bit of a baste that oil in. Now them pork chops are nicely seared off, beautiful. You're going to pop them on a plate, like that. And I add a little bit of them lovely juices on them. I'm going to just give them a little re-seasoning with salt and let them rest for a minute while I finish my beans. Just finished them. Nice bit of fresh coriander for colour, lovely. What you don't eat, you can have tomorrow for your lunch. It's a dish in itself. Now for our pork chop. Just going to cut that there. Beautiful, look at that, just a blush of pink in there. Wonderful. with a slight tinge of pink in there. Cooked perfectly for me. Lovely beans, and I've got a little bit of garlic aioli there, just for an extra bit of flavour. Just finish it with them lovely pan juices. We cook the pork in, just gives it all a little bit more flavour. I'm not afraid of a little bit of fat. The wonderful thing about the Iberico pork is it's a Spanish pork, but it's almost a Wagyu of the pork world. It's fed on acorn, so that's where you get a beautiful marbling, and it's a crossbreed. It was crossed many years ago, and it's crossed with wild boar, so its flavour is sensational. It's something really different than the usual pork you get. You can buy that from Tom Dixon's online. The pork, and as I said, 2 chops will happily feed 4 of you. I know it's a lot, but the beans are plenty healthy. The beans you can serve with anything. They go well with fish or anything you want to cook with them. Hope you enjoyed it. Look out for my video next week.